Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 7th of July 2020. Welcome to video number 193. And today I'm going to talk about how to stop being a boring loser. And I want to talk about it because, for the last two videos I was talking about lying and consequences and how to deal with all of this and what does it say about you. And I kind of on this path to kind of get to the subject that one of the reasons that we lie, one of the reasons that we don't feel, we don't know what to do and how to do what we want in our relationships, in our lives, is because we don't know what we want. And that's, kind of opens the door for itself. And it's a story that, so many of us are going through or went through, that that's the most dissatisfying place to be, where you are in a relationship and you don't really know where to go. So whatever happens, whatever decisions it's given to you, you don't know what to do because you don't know what you want. And then because of that, maybe you lie because you don't have an opinion of your own, and you just try to not make the situation worse, or you don't want to hurt her, or you name it, basically. So that's why when we talked about lying, now I thought to myself, let's just talk about stop being this loser who just is boring because you don't know what you want and you're not going anywhere. And if you've seen my videos about that before, just stay with me, because I want to go in a completely different direction today and maybe give you some tips that will help you move from the place that you're right now. So again, first of all, you have to know what you want. And there are two ways you may approach this, because maybe you know for I don't know how many years that you want to be that, and that you want to be someone. And you can hear, I remember I watched an interview that was a Bill Burr, the stand-up comedian. He said that he knows at least few of them that said that from a very young age they knew who they want to be. And I said, wow, there's more people that, they're hunted by some things from early childhood. And maybe you're one of these people. So if the rest of the video will be for you to kind of, go and pursue that dream. But if you don't know, give yourself permission to test a few things. Don't be afraid to say, listen, let me try this or let me try that. I want to try this for a month or 3 or 6. We'll see where we'll end up. Maybe I'm going to like it, maybe I don't. There's nothing wrong with you trying few things and then just picking one thing that really kind of, resonate with you. But you have to go somewhere. You've got to have at least short-term goal for yourself. Because otherwise, you're going to be like so many of my friends that I saw throughout the years. They go home and they don't know. They don't know what to do. They just sit in their chair and saying, I think I'm going to watch another episode of the videos of the TV series that I'm watching for last month. I don't really like it, but it's better than nothing. Or I'm going to, play, next 7 hours on the computer game that I'm playing. I don't really like it, but it's like better than nothing. And when you ask those people, for years they're staying the same place, the same, being boring losers, that they bring nothing to the group, they bring nothing to the society, they bring nothing to anyone. And they're basically boring because they have no passion of their own whatsoever. And that's terrible to watch. So first of all, know what you want. Pick something to test, or if you know that you want something, just go for it. And this is the point number 2. Exactly, go for it. Give yourself permission to do something without asking for permission. And I'll tell you why I'm telling you this. Years ago, I think that was like 2008, so that was like 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I bought myself a camera. Because as I told you a few videos ago, I had my friend Tom. He was really inspiring me to do something with photos, because the way he's seen the casual situations, the casual reality, and how he was able to portray that in photos, it was fascinating to me. And he gave me some some life-changing kind of advices about the photography that I just basically took as it was given to me, and I just went wild with it. And one of the things that he told me, like, listen, if you want to be a good photographer, just take your camera and have balls to go somewhere that no one else will go, especially if something is going on. Like, there's a wedding. You're not even the main photographer, you just have a camera in your hand. Just have guts to just go behind the pulpit, make a photo of everyone from behind everyone. If you're gonna be, if the priest is gonna tell you, as as I had this situation once when the priest told me, he stopped everything and told me, "You boy, get out of there." But in so many other cases, I was able to go behind everyone, make great photos. And he told me, "You see this concert over there? If security is not gonna, kick you out, just go on a stage and make photos. You've got a camera, you just be able to go and do many things." And I had concerts when I was able to go behind the security people, and without asking, I just went on stage. The concert is there, tons of people on stage, musicians, and I'm just there making photos. I've got a camera, let's just go wild. You see, amazing thing about that is that one of my friends told me years ago. He said, "You're not becoming someone by getting a position or being named this, but by doing." Because there's so many people who are having a positions, who are being called this or that, but they're doing nothing. And that's exactly what I kind of took upon myself, and I said, maybe that's something that I should do as well. And this is exactly what I did. I just went for it. And interestingly, I had this situation that kind of is like a cherry on the top of all of this. I took my camera, went for a wedding, and that was someone from my family. And I remember hearing when I sent them the photos, they told me, "Listen, we went through your photos, and we kind of started to regret that we paid the photographer because your photos were better than theirs." And I said, brilliant. So you see, that's why, whether it's something that you're testing, whether it's something that you really kind of, that you're passionate about it, just go wild. Don't ask for permission. If the priest gonna scold you from the pulpit that you're going somewhere that you shouldn't, say you're sorry and just keep doing what you want, because that's how you grow. That's how we become who we want to become, not by asking anyone for permission or asking that someone will grant you a position or grant you a name tag that you are photographer. Just do your thing and enjoy learning along the way. And point number 3, which is kind of pointing to this rule that my friend told me about just becoming someone by doing, is that I want you to do a little psychological trick on yourself. And prepare yourself, because that's gonna be like psycho bumbo jumbo. But this is exactly what I did. I'll tell you why. Give yourself permission to name yourself, to give yourself the name tag that you're so keen to get. Because it'll change the way you look at things and change and give you this courage to do what you want to do. And you see, that's kind of the whole point of all of it. Because let me tell you an example how I get to that, knowledge. I was doing photos one of the parties, I think, because I don't really remember where it was, but I think it was a party. And I get to the point that I was so tired physically that I just kind of lose my this feeling of being engaged. I just lost my zone, I don't know what I'm supposed to call it, but I just feel so tired that I remember in my head I started to doubt myself, and I said, "Oh, come on, let's just call it a night. I don't know if I really want to do it anymore." And then I don't know what happened. I just heard myself in my head just saying, "Have you ever seen any collections of your photos from any photo shoot that you've done? And was there any situation that you couldn't find at least one great photo?" And I remember having this discussion with myself, and I said, I've got to be honest, no. There's always 1 or 2 or 3 really awesome photos. So I heard this discussion in my head and I said to myself, so shut up and continue. Because the moment you're gonna get home, you're gonna download the photos from your camera, you know that you're gonna see some great ones and you'll be proud of yourself. And I remember like it was like a light bulb, started to shine above my head. And I remember from that moment I decided I'm a photographer. I proved myself enough times to do what I love to do that I basically stopped having any doubts that I'm not going to be able to provide, that I'm not going to be able to deliver what I'm here for. And whether whether someone is paying me to do it, or whether I just took camera and just went to have fun on some party or wedding or whatever, I always know that I'm going to be able to do it because I proved myself. And even if you're starting, maybe if you're just 2 weeks in, maybe it's not a really good idea. But if you're doing something for a year or two and you know that it's your passion, look what will happen if you're doubting yourself and you're no, I'm not this photographer or whatever you are. Then you're gonna doubt yourself. Then you're not gonna go behind the pulpit. Then you won't have guts to do something crazy just to test the limits, test the boundaries, see how you're gonna react and how you're gonna feel when you're gonna go a step farther than you did last time. But when you kind of decide in your head, it's like, I am a photographer. Even if I'm complete amateur, if I'm just starting, I want this thing to happen. I'm gonna push myself as far as I can just to see how that goes. So then I don't put it on my Facebook that I'm a photographer, I'm this or I'm that. But in my head, I'm going wild. And then when someone asking me, listen, are you a photographer? I was like, nah, I'm just making photos. And I heard it many times. My friends are saying, he's just doing my photo. He makes great photos. He's just humble. But if someone is asking me, listen, are you a photographer? Because I need someone. I say, sure I am. Just because I'm going to put myself in a position to make some photos, just to give myself to experience something else. And that what makes you, that the thing that helps you to push yourself is giving yourself permission to call yourself a photographer, a drummer, I don't know, public speaker, whatever you want to do. So know what you want. Second, just go wild. Don't stop yourself. Even kind of the contrary, push yourself farther. And 3, allow yourself to treat yourself as a photographer or the person that you want to be, because that will help you to kind of get a grip, pull yourself together and say, I'm a photographer. I'm going to go behind the pulpit. I'm going to go on this stage. I'm going to make photos because I am who I am. Listen, this is what I want you to take from this video. You can be boring loser, not knowing, not being aware of who you are, what do you want, not having guts to have your own saying, have your own kind of stand or something. Or you can just say, let me just go wild. Let me just take what I want and just see how it goes. Go wild, give yourself permission to call yourself whoever you want to be, cross another barrier. Don't ask anyone for permission. Just do and be who you want to be. Because by being, you're becoming. Think about it and do something about it. Because whether you're a boring loser or whether you're someone who's changing your own and others' worlds, is in your hand. It's your decision, brother. So go wild. If you like this video, share, like, comment. If you didn't, tell me as well what you think, what is your experience, what's your view on the subject. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, give me a shout. I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.